up and sit down.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Vicious Ransom. Of course, I am your host, Mr. Main Event himself, the often imitated, never duplicated Superstar Team Vicious, and we're gonna go over Raw this week. Was in Hershey, Vega, Pennsylvania, the chocolate capital of the world, and I will stand on that argument simply because of the fact of, well, how many other places out there have an entire city named after one man who invented a particular type of chocolate formula? You're welcome, world. On behalf of all of this, of the good state of Pennsylvania, you're welcome. Now, before we get into the show, do want to remind everyone we are WWE Shop affiliates. So what that means is, if you are listening to this on wherever you get your podcast from, or if you're watching this on my personal YouTube page, check the description tab and you will see a link to our WWE affiliate page, which you make a purchase on there and it will help contribute to the show. Now, I know what you're thinking. What do you mean, or if I'm listening on your page? Because if you are watching this video on the Main Event Wrestling Network page, then what you would do, all you got to do, just simply scan the QR code that is on the screen, and folks, that QR code will be there for the entire episode on the Main Event page. All you got to do is just scan that, and then poof, it will take you to the same store. In turn, the proceeds from that will help us make this show better for you. So before we get into the show, we are going to switch gears and talk about last week via the SmackDown Rewind and the big highlights from last week's SmackDown. It started out with Randy Orton coming down to the ring, asking to talk to Triple H. The God King himself came out. So like, alright, what's up, buddy? And Randy just looked at him point blank. Listen, Hunter, I'm going to make it straight to the point. I want Kevin Owens. I want a match with him at Crown Jewel. The crowd goes banana for it. And then Hunter, he just looks point blank. No. Now listen, we go back a long way. And I have seen you grow from the young man that started in this business to who you are now. And we have done a lot of horrible things to a lot of people. But Kevin Owens, you and I both know, Kevin Owens is cut from that same cloth as us. And I have seen you lose 2 years of your career having to get rods put into your spine. And I will be damned if I'm going to let somebody like that step into the ring with you and take you out before you can get a chance to set end your career on your terms. And then Randy's just kind of like, okay. And then just simply makes a note. You know, when I asked you to come out here, I asked to talk to Triple H, not Paul Levesque. Because what I'm looking for is the man that literally broke down my door, beat the ever-loving hell out of me, and then threw me out of the front window of my house. All of that did happen, folks. If you don't believe me, look it up on Peacock if you've not grown up in that era seeing it. And that Hunter just like, alright, is this really what you want? This is really what you want? Well, okay then, fine. We'll do it. You got him. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. You got him. So, we're going to get Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens at Crown Jewel. And, you know, I hate having to bring this up every time the Saudi shows come up. But I'm gonna, until to the point of nauseum, because it needs to be said. While people are going to say, WWE's accepting Saudi blood money, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. Okay, 2 counterpoints I have to make. One, yes, they are making it, but to those that are in the U.S. listening to this or watching this, I want a show of hands. Who is watching and or listening to this that has not accepted a government handout, whether it's for child care assistance, housing assistance, food assistance, any kind of help in any way, shape, or form from the government. And we all know on how bloody their hands are. So that's nothing no different. Also, I made this point before about when they first announced it all them years back now. This is a potential way to help bridge a gap with cultural differences. Now, I'm not saying you're going to see something like a Starbucks on every corner, or you're going to start seeing, a Walmart there or a McDonald's and all that jazz. No. Far from it. But if something small and simple like wrestling can help be the starting point to make some kind of connective tissue to help introduce some more Western culture over to that part of the world, why not? Why not? That's what I got to say. It's not, that's just me, that's my personal thought. Y'all are more than welcome to disagree with me on it. No one, if you do, feel free to say something, whether in the comment section, and I will be more than happy to discuss and engage with you on it, but I'm not going to scream and yell and argue. Either way, aside from that, the other highlights from SmackDown. Andrade and Carmelo Hayes wound up having the last round in their best of 7 with special guest LA Knight. Yeah, dummy. Yeah, let me talk to you. And I gotta say, LA Knight, hands down, best special ref in the history of WWE, simply because of the fact I have never seen a special guest referee wear their championship belt around their waist while doing a match. That is top-notch performance right there. That is a top-notch level of performance right there. Kudos to you, Mr. Knight. As far as the match went, it was a good match. It ended in a no contest when, right at the end, LA Knight was just like, yeah, you know what? The hell with this crap. I'm done. Boom. I'm going to hit you. Boom. I'm going to hit you. Screw you guys. And then basically took a page out of Cartman's book. Screw you guys. I'm going home. And then just walked out. Later in the show, you saw Nick Aldis look at him and say, all right, you want to go and throw around those kind of shenanigans? Well, guess what? Because of that, now you're going to defend that championship in a triple threat against Andrade and Carmelo Hayes at Crown Jewel. Which I have no problem with the match. But defending the U.S. title outside of the U.S. It just doesn't seem right to me. It's like when back in the 90s and early 2000s when you had the European title and you defend the European title in Hoboken, New Jersey or Houston, Texas, as opposed to, heaven forbid, Madrid or Berlin or some other city or some other country in Europe. I'm just saying, U.S. title, have it be in the U.S. Have the Intercontinental title be defended intercontinentally. Alright, yeah, I may have stolen that joke, but still, it was funny, damn it! Either way. We had Naomi going against Candice LeRae. It was a decent match. Naomi wound up getting the win. And then we had the #1 contenders match for the WWE Tag Team titles. DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa going against Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Hail Sabin, Chris Sabin. And man, this was a hell of a match. I freaking loved it. I loved this match. It was so good. It was so good. I really dug it. It was one of my personal favorites. But Motor City wound up getting the win. Afterwards, the Bloodline came out. Solo got on the mic. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy, 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 guys. We're here to introduce ourselves. Now, we're the Bloodline. My name is Solo Sokola. This is my enforcer, Jacob Fatu. This is my right-hand man. And just basically doing an introduction like that. And then Chris Sabin got on the mic, and it was the first time the Motor City, it's the first time the Machine Guns got to speak on camera on TV for the first time. They've done post shows and on the Twitter feeds and all, but Sabin had the mic. I'm Chris Sabin, this is Alex Shelley, we're the Motor City Machine Guns, and yeah, listen, we see what this is meant to be, and we're not gonna take a knee and just let it go. No. We're coming for those tag team championships. And then Solo just looking, okay, y'all want these. How about we do it right now? Again then, crowd goes banana. Nick Aldis, hold it right there. Now, I have known these two men, referring to the Machine Guns, Shelley and Sabin, for a very long time. These two men have worked the likes of which no one would ever understand to get to this point, and I will be damned if they get their championship opportunity when they are less than 100%. No. That's when Shelley gets on the mic. Oh, hold on. We can go. You want this match? We can go. You get a ref and we'll go. Aldis then looks at him. This is what you want? Alright then. Let's get a referee out here. We're going to make this match official. So now we get the match. We got the Machine Guns going against the Gorillas of Destiny for the tag titles. Good match. It was a good match. It ended when Jimmy Uso came out to help keep the Bloodline from doing the numbers game because they were starting to, and then Roman came out to help Jimmy, which then out of nowhere we see surprise Jey Uso come out and go take a chair, wreck the Gorillas of Destiny, go and wreck it was Tama Tonga, I believe, if memory best serves, when the ref wasn't looking, and then Shelley and Sabin take him down, get the pin for the 1, the 2, the 3. So your winners and new WWE Tag Team Champions, Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, the Motor City Machine Guns. And I still say the 3 best things to come out of Michigan are the Machine Guns and Kendra Lust. And if anyone disagrees, feel free to say something in the comments. I'm more than happy to talk and engage on it, but I am not going to argue. So, with that said, that was it for all of the highlights from SmackDown. So, let's get into the show. Raw in Hershey. It starts out with Jey Uso coming out. Jey, same point, comes through the crowd, then winds up saying to everyone, alright, now, I know why I'm here. Alright, come on out now, bub. Come on out now, Us. And then you see Jimmy Uso come out. Because, and I forgot to mention this part during the rewind, after Jey cleared house, and everything was all done, Jey and Jimmy, they looked, they hugged and embraced. Oh, the brothers are loving each other again. Oh, it's so good. So yeah, now with that said, forgot that part. I apologize, folks. But, that said, Jey then looks at him. We've come a long way, brother. I haven't seen you for about half a year now. At WrestleMania, when I whooped your ass. Now, I told you, I didn't want to do nothing with this. they brought me in this. And I'm paraphrasing this all, mind you. He basically was saying, I didn't want to get involved in this, you know, but y'all's business is now starting to become my business. And now I lost my Intercontinental title. So, while I've been out here yeet, you've been out there no yeet. And then look what it got you. You got kicked out. I walked. Now, you want me to go and square my beef with Roman? Listen, I'll do it. I'll talk to him. I'll listen. I can't promise we'll get square, but I'll listen. And then Jimmy just looks at him. Alright, this Friday. So, this Friday coming up, Jey Uso and Roman are going to have a sit down. And again, like I said before, we're slowly seeing the build to a bloodline civil war. Dare I say, war games. And we later in the show see Sami Zayn talk to Jey saying, listen, I just want you to think about this for a minute. You don't have to be involved in this. You walked away from all this. You went to become your own man. You don't need to do this. And the whole time he's trying to explain to Jey, you don't have to do this. You could be your own man. Let them all fight amongst themselves. Let the family kill each other type bit. Jay's like, man, you don't get it. You don't get it. You were never family. And the second he said, you were never family, Oos, it was like, if you could pinpoint the exact moment Sami Zayn's heart broke when that got said, and it was like, oh. And then they show later on Jimmy showing Jey, listen, I want you to take a look right there. You see what I see? And you see Sami Zayn talking to Solo. Ooh. So now more of the web for the story is being built. Yeah. So now that segment's done, let's get into the first match of the night. Ludwig Kaiser going against Jimmy Sheamus. And this really nice physicality, really good back and forth with it. Oh, I loved it. Had a big, mean, jacked up angry Irishman fighting a angry, well-chiseled German. You know, this just sounds like the beginning of a World War II movie when you describe it like that, don't it? Either way, it was a good match. I liked it. Sheamus wound up getting the win, doing a running pump knee, bounced off the rope, and then boom, popped him with the bro kick for the 1, the 2, the 3. That is it. Next up, we got Zelina Vega going against Ivy Nile. And folks, I'm just going to say it now. Zelina Vega is probably hands down one of the most dangerous women in the WWE roster, simply because of the fact, and those that understand will truly understand. She is a short, angry Latina woman who walks around with a sandal ready to be thrown at any point in time, and she has better than sharpshooter accuracy with that thing. Those that have been victims of a slipper beating truly understand just on how dangerous a woman like that is. Yeah. Either way, decent match. Zelina, she was leading from the start of the belt into the commercial break. Post-commercial break, it was all Ivy from post-commercial break to finish. She wound up getting the win doing a swinging Uranagi, and just in a way holy, what the fuck? Oh, whoa. Wow. I did not expect to see that. So yeah, that was it. So, and then next up we got triple threat match to determine the new #1 contenders for Balor and JD's coveted World Tag Team titles. Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee from the LWO going against the returning War Raiders, going against the New Day. And right at the start, the Raiders were just murdering both teams right from the start. And poof, man, yeah, it was just it was like you got told, okay, you two see anyone that looks like you could eat for a snack, we want you to go and basically rip them in half. Okay. And that's basically on how it looked when the Raiders were doing that to them. Just like, ugh. And then they went to commercial break. Post-commercial break, Kofi wound up getting in, wound up doing a hot tag, started cleaning up house for a little bit. And then they went to a second commercial break after Kofi started cleaning up some. Then after the second commercial break, it was Dragon Lee who was leading the pace up until the closing of the match. Now, on how the match ended, what the New Day was leading, Kofi had Ivar, yeah, it was Ivar, on his knee. Woods went up to go do the Midnight Hour, saw Ray getting back up on his feet. He was like, oh, you see him? I see him. Made the judgment call on his own, got down, went and chased after Ray, all the while he's doing that, and then Kofi's like, what are you doing? Bro, what are you doing? We got this right here. Turns around. Next, Ivar tries to get him with the spin kick of doom. In fact, Ivar does get him with the spin kick of doom. And then they go and scoop him up, and then they do that springboard clothesline German suplex combo that the Raiders do. And for those wondering, well, what about Kofi? Or not Kofi, what about Dragon Lee? Well, Dragon Lee got taken out because out of nowhere, Chad Gable came out of nowhere, pulled Dragon Lee out to keep him from running interference and snapped an ankle lock on him, and actually scissored the fucking leg. You have no idea on how much that is a pet peeve of mine anytime I see somebody do an ankle lock in pro wrestling and not scissor the leg to lock it in. Just, yeah. Either way, then the Raiders, they did that German clothesline combo for the 1, 2, 3. So your winners are the War Raiders, Eric and Ivar, and I don't know when they're going to have that tag title match. They didn't say nothing on Raw. I doubt it's going to be at Crown Jewel, but if I had to guess, maybe the Fallout Raw. If not that one, then the one after it. So 1, maybe 2 weeks out. So now we come to our main event match of the night. It was last week, Dominik Mysterio went to Adam Pearce saying he wanted a shot at Gunther, and to prove that he's worthy of fighting Gunther, he'll take on any former world champion that he could think of. Any former world champ. Okay. We then find out that Dominik's opponent tonight is Damian Priest. So it's Priest versus Dominik, and right at the start, Priest is just unloading on Dom. Just, oof! Like he owed him money. Then Dom starts taking down... Dom then winds up eventually taking down Priest right as they go into commercial break. Post-commercial break, you see Priest dominating, and that's just pretty much on how it went. It was like I said, it was... Priest was going after Dom like he owed him money. That's all that was, plain and simple. And now the Judgment Day, they came down to go and try and run some interference. Had Liv distracting the ref, and then Carlito, he tried to go and run roughshod on Priest. Priest just looked at him and said, huh, cute. Wham! Slammed him. JD went to go try to, and did, huh, cute. Wham! Slammed him. And then wound up, and then afterwards, Priest wound up going, finishing off Dom. And yeah. So after the match, though, then Priest just went and was like, you know what? No, I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm going to finish whooping his ass. Went back, or actually, I'm sorry. He didn't. I'm sorry. I apologize. I skipped a little bit. That's a mulligan on me. I'm open to admitting my flaws. That's one of the things I think makes this show so good. We admit our screw-ups. Priest did do that, and then, as he's going for the win, he gets sidetracked and distracted by the Judgment Day, and then as he's doing that, then Dom does a roll-up on him for the 1, 2, 3. So Dominik gets the win, which means he's now viable to challenge Gunther for a world title match, which, you know, I'm pretty sure Rey Mysterio is looking at that and just thinking, yeah, I couldn't give him a better ass whooping if I wanted to. Gunther's gonna basically chop him down too short to shit. That's my guess. But then after the match, after Dom gets the win and he just has this look of shock of, I won! Turns around, sees Priest, and Priest has a look on, you squirrely little rat. And then Dom's face goes from shocked I won to, oh crap, I won. I gotta get out of here. And then that's when Priest proceeds to go and put him on the ass end of an ass kicking. And then he beats up everyone else in Judgment Day after that. If I had to say something negative on this, it would be the fact that Liv and Raquel were just standing there ringside, and the whole time just screaming, yelling, no, don't, as opposed to like, just, can we just pan the girls off camera in some way, shape, or form? So that way, because maybe it's just me, but I can't help but sit there and think, why aren't the girls trying to run interference in some kind of way? I get we are not going to we're not going to condone man-on-woman violence, and that's okay. I'm cool with that. But you're telling me that the girl can't just stand there, go and stand in between and be like, no, you can't. Because if you're going to put the girl right there, then it gives that idea of, I see that right there of, why don't you just throw herself in front? Because she knows he's not going to put a hand on her. But, yeah. Either way, that is it for this week's show, folks. So, like on normal, if you're watching this on YouTube, like the video, subscribe to the channel, go back and watch some of the other episodes when you can. If you're listening to us on Spotify, follow the show. We are working to build that new platform. We also, if you feel we've earned it, give us a 5-star review. Thank you to contributor to the show, LFC Lingerie Fighting Championship. There are a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of MMA, and a whole lot of attractive women wearing a little bit of nothing. Thank you. Also, check out whatamaneuver.net for some vicious rants apparel. Perfect gift coming up with the holidays coming up. Perfect gift for somebody you love, somebody you hate, or a shirt just to give the goodwill. We got t-shirts, tanks, women's tees, toddler tees, and baby onesies, as well as long sleeves with the cold weather coming up. And don't forget to follow these cool ass cats right on that Twitter, DSB_IV, main event _net, the Main Event Wrestling Network Twitter account. Sergeant Curry Pants, 3 Count Thursday, D-Dryer 1986. And folks, like I always tell you, you love me great, you hate me.
Shut up and sit down.
Fuck you.